Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It's Wednesday, which means we get to visit with our friend Michael Babcock at TMZ to get the scoop on today's hottest stories. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly and Jeremy. Thank you for having me. I missed you guys. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year, Michael Babcock.
Happy New Year. 2021. I cannot believe it.
Hey, guess what
crazy.
now? Michael, here's the good news. This millennium can officially drink now. Just 21.
Oh, yeah, 2021.
That's amazing that somebody born in 2000 could now drink.
Can now drink.
How old does that make you feel?
I know, right?
That's crazy.
Remember Y2K, and now those people that were born then can drink? Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Well, last year made everybody want to.
Yeah, we all want to drink.
How you doing? What's going on with the headlines?
Great. We're doing great. Yeah, there's some big ones today. I guess let's start with Dr. Dre. This was a scary story. Dr. Dre, who's only 55 years old, had a brain aneurysm on Monday. So on Monday, he was in his Los Angeles mansion and had the aneurysm, had to be rushed to the hospital. So Dr. Dre, thankfully, is right now at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, one of the best hospitals out here. He is receiving great care, is actually stable. He's lucid, so it doesn't, at least at this point, seem that there have been any huge implications as a result of this aneurysm. But doctors still have work to do. They need to find out why his brain started to bleed, and but there's a positive prognosis here. Dr. Dre actually posted something on social media thanking his fans, thanking everybody for their support. So it seems like he's going to be okay. But when you hear that this relatively young guy had this very serious medical incident, it was certainly scary. And then to make matters worse, guys, so Dr. Dre is in the hospital, and everybody knows he's in the hospital because this has become a big news story. Some guys actually tried to break into Dr. Dre's house last night.
Oh, my gosh.
And you believe that we just posted this story this morning. 4 guys were caught casing the place, and security called cops. Cops were actually able to come and find these guys before they were actually able to get inside the main structure of the house. So it's not enough that Dr. Dre is in the hospital with the aneurysm. Then guys are trying to break into the house. So those people are in jail right now.
Yay.
Dr. Dre is recovering in the hospital. But wild.
Wow.
Yeah, people take advantage.
I don't even know. Here's the thing. Aneurysms scare me because I don't know if there's any symptoms leading up. And to me, it's like, how do you know you're having an aneurysm, like a brain aneurysm? That's got to be so scary.
Yeah, you know what? I've been watching that show, Lennox Hill on Netflix, and it follows 2 brain surgeons around, and it's when it comes to the brain, you learn that it's there's still a lot to be learned medically about the brain. So it's very scary when you deal with things like that. So yeah, I don't know. The one positive, like I said, is that the doctors say he's lucid and he's stable, and Dr. Dre seems to be all there. So that's the one positive. But yeah, it's a really scary situation.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if they can even do anything about that. But But anyway, prayers going up for him for sure. All right, so Kim and Kanye, what's going on with them? Bless their hearts.
Yeah, Kim and Kanye. And look, for the second half of 2020, there's been a lot of interest in their marriage. And, Kanye with some of his rants and his raves and the political beliefs, their marriage has been on the rocks, and it's been on the rocks for a while. We've actually learned that Kim and Kanye, they have not given up. They have been going to counseling. They are still going to counseling. But at the end of the day, they are a married couple who are living 2 very separate lives right now. Kanye is in Wyoming. Meanwhile, his family, Kim and the kids, are in Calabasas. They're in California, and again, they're each working on their own projects, their own lives, and divorce is very much still on the table. As a matter of fact, we were told that last year it got so bad that Kim was about to file for divorce. She had basically given up, but it was in the midst of one of Kanye's really serious kind of bipolar episodes, and she felt it would have been cruel to divorce him at that time. So had it not been for that episode, Kim Kardashian and Kanye would be going through a divorce right now, and that's not to say it's not going to happen. It could happen next week, but at least as we sit here and talk right now, they are still committed to working on their relationship and trying to make it work. Whether that's actually possible with all the damage that's been done, it's probably not. But they're
Michael,
trying.
I do have a quick question, though, because I do remember you talking about last year, Keeping Up with the Kardashians is coming to an end. They're filming their final season, I think, or maybe they've already finished. I thought that was maybe the main reason they were giving up the show, is because that show is so intrusive on their lives.
Yes.
Maybe that would give them time to be together. Any clue on the filming schedule, how that's going to wrap up, and if that will bring them together?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I don't think Kanye has any plans to leave Wyoming. I think he likes it over there. I think he's comfortable. That's where he gets a lot of his work done with the fashion designing and the music making. So, yeah, I thought that too, Jeremy, and I thought that was a good theory. And that show was so intrusive for so long, and you just bare yourself to the public with that show. But I actually don't think in the end that turned out to be the case. I think it didn't help their relationship, certainly, but I don't think that's what's going to then bring them together when they stop filming.
Right.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. That's hard time for both of them.
Yeah.
What else you got,
and
Michael?
I have one more. Yeah, Tanya Roberts, obviously the former actress and model, passing away earlier this week at only 65 years old, and it was very sudden. People want to know why she died. What happened to this relatively young person? And the questions out there, is this COVID related? Doctors don't believe so. So just to go back a little bit, it was around Christmas time, Christmas Eve. Tanya was not feeling well. She, shortness of breath, very tired. And then she ended up collapsing on Christmas Eve. Her boyfriend or partner rushed her to the hospital. And when she got to the hospital, things deteriorated. They got worse. And doctors gave her multiple COVID tests. They were all negative. What doctors actually believe, and this information is all coming from her partner, who was right there with her. Doctors believe that it was actually, or could have been, a urinary tract infection that was very serious and that spread to her liver and her kidneys. And when a serious infection like that spreads, it can be a dire situation, and that's what it was for Tanya. And then, unfortunately, again, at only 65 years old, she passed away, and pretty suddenly at that.
That's a weird story, because I was telling Jeremy, we were talking about it. You heard she died yesterday on TV. I heard she was not dead. And then we hear this today, and they want to do the autopsy. So
yeah, and this was, again, coming from her partner, who with COVID, you're not allowed to visit the hospitals in a lot of places. So he got a pass to actually go visit her. And he told us that he was with her. He was holding her, and he believed that she had taken her last breath and that she had passed away. And for some reason, he didn't call anybody or go check with a nurse or doctor. He just left the hospital, and he goes outside. He gets picked up by Tanya's PR rep, and the boyfriend tells the PR rep that Tanya just died. And then the rep goes and puts out a statement and announces that she had died, and when in fact she had not actually passed away, and she ended up passing away, within the next 48 hours. But that's how that situation happened, and how strange was that? I've never been through a situation where somebody's rep announces that they're no longer with us and they're actually alive. So
that partner, though, I don't know how you do that. Like, I would go get a doctor. I'd get a nurse. I'd get someone to help her, bring her back, like resuscitate, do things instead of just leaving and telling your rep.
Well, I saw him on the phone saying, "She's alive?"
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, seriously.
It's right. Why wouldn't you go tell a doctor?
That's insane to me, Michael Babcock. Insane.
Yeah, the strangest thing ever.
And Michael, we just want to say thank you so much for being our guest weekly. We love you so much.
We do.
We're so excited for what 2021 brings from you and TMZ.
Yes.
And when you see Harvey Levin, can you please just give him a big hug for me? Because I'm a big fan of his.
I haven't seen Harvey in so long. It's been like 8 months since I've seen him in person.
I bet.
Thank you guys for having me so much. I really enjoy this so much every week.
Thank you, Michael. Great to see you. See you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, you can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weeknights at 12:30 a.m. And up next, we were there for New Year's Eve. We're heading back to Downstream Casino.
And before that, I'm getting me some more soup.
And I'm just have my chili right here, so I'm going to eat.